We're just getting set up. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, man. What am I supposed to do with this? Tap the live?
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, I can see me too. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, I can see me too. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Oh, just give us a minute. Ooh. Just give us a minute.
A bit delayed.
Let me turn the volume down. So we thought we'd jump on and let you know where we are so far. So you should be able to see comments if there's anybody. I don't know if that's. You just make sure you say hi to whoever makes a comment. So we made our journey from Massachusetts to North Carolina. Let me see if I can down this a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. We took us 16 hours to get here. And what?
Set it up for me. I have no idea how to get to. I went on Misfit Farms.
Oh.
Steve is not very good with the internet stuff. I can read a lot. I can look at a lot of videos.
Oh,
But
hey,
setting it up
Em.
is not my thing. Hi, Em. What's going on, kid?
And my other cousin is here. Hi, Drake.
Hi, Drake.
So, as Jen knows, Jen's been following us. When we jump online, she's right there. But we're just going to go back and tell you the little shit show that we had. So it took us 2 days to get packed up. We got a 26-foot truck. And
a 16.
Huh?
And a 16.
No. We had a 26-foot truck, and Steve said, oh, he's going to fit in there. But guess what? It didn't. Hang on a minute. Okay. So we had to get another 16-footer. And he's like, oh, yeah, the rest will fit in there. No, it didn't.
I thought the whole thing would fit in one truck. And have space.
It didn't.
Poo on you, Steve.
Yeah. So we ended up having to get another truck. So meanwhile, we've got all this packed. There's a whole room, an outside garden room that we totally forgot. We're coming from Victoria. We had lots of stuff. And so we didn't even look in that room. Guess what was in that room? Our brand new generator.
Yay, generator.
So we left without a generator. So, but finally, packed the 4 cats into a car. My cousin was down. She drove my car. I drove the 16-footer, and he drove the 26-footer. Of course, we have to stop for the dogs to go to the bathroom, for me and my cousin to go to the bathroom. And let me tell you, Red Bulls, right through you. Don't drink those on a trip. Get caffeine pills.
Right on through.
Yep, they weren't good. So, but we ended up on our trip getting stopped
At a way station.
At a way station, and
in Delaware.
you can tell them what
And
happened.
I get on the scale, and they wait a little while, and then they put me on, they put up a sign that says go to the impound lot, and I went, oh my God, we're gonna get impounded? Oh my God. So we drive to the back of the impound lot, and I'm sitting there waiting, and this gentleman comes out. He was very nice. There's nothing mean about anything they were doing back there. And he says, hey, are you doing this for commercial purposes? I said, no, sir. I said, we packed up the house. We're heading down. He says, wow, you packed everything but the kitchen sink in here. I said, really? I said, well, how heavy is it? He says, it's 6,000 pounds over. And I said, oh my God. He says, you don't happen to have a Class B, do you? And I said, no, I don't. He says, well, you have a safe trip. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, you're not in trouble for anything. You don't know. He says, so just be aware, he says, that you might get stopped by somebody else down the line that is going to cause trouble for you. So I said, okay, is there any way off the highway to get any other way? He goes, I don't know any of that. And I'm sure he was just protecting his own job by not telling me how to get around. So we figured it all out, and we got it here.
Yeah, the last way station we saw was closed anyway, so we
Yeah,
got lucky
the
with
last
that.
way station, right?
And then it was raining pretty hard. And not to mention that in between this, because we had to leave things and because we forgot things, everything didn't fit. The realtor's calling me saying, what are you going to do with this stuff? Well, I can't answer the phone. And she's texting and texting and calling and calling. And so it took us, we went through a rainstorm that actually made us tell them the story about the truck.
The truck. What truck?
Where you almost slid into it.
Oh, yeah, we're driving. It's very dark at night. There are no lights on the highways here. There's only lights in the populated areas, like the inner cities and stuff. So we're cruising along, and this jerk in a dump truck. It's a black dump truck. He's got all of his things hanging out of it. Sorry, he had brush and everything hanging out, and it's blocking his taillights, which were very dim to begin with. And he was actually up against a white pickup truck that had more of the same stuff in it. And I didn't see him till about 60 feet away. Now we're doing 65 miles an hour. So I just jacked on the brakes, hoping for the best. And I was hoping that Sandy was back far enough so she wouldn't hit me. And she almost hit me. She was about a foot away when we stopped. And I was so angry, but I left my window up. I was yelling in the cab of the truck, but I didn't dare yell at the people. It's whatever. They're stupid, so they probably wouldn't understand anyway. But yeah, we could have, that was towards the end of our trip. We only had like an hour to go at that point. And it was very, as you can imagine, the end of our trip, we only had like an hour to go at that point. And it was very, as you can imagine. But yeah, we could have, that was towards the end of our trip. We only had like an hour to go at that point. And it was very, as you can imagine, my heart. And we had to stay at a friend's house for a few days.
Oh wait, you didn't tell them about dropping the dogs off.
Oh, dropping the dogs off. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We're not
part.
cooking anything. I know you were asking what we were firing up.
No, yeah, we're firing up the heat. That's all. We bring the dogs to the, what do you call it?
Doggy daycare.
The doggy daycare, okay. And Sandy goes down the road to turn her truck around. Oh, she sees the driveway. She didn't pull up far enough to get onto it. And she ended up with her back tires in a culvert. I'm like, what is going on?
I was in
here?
a ditch.
It was wicked muddy. So luckily I had my chain fall at the back end of the big moving truck. And I was able to go down and attach the chain to her bumper and the ball hitch on the truck.
Put it low
and get her pulled out. But you know, we were very excited with dropping off the dogs because that meant we were only like 15 minutes from where we had to be to be done. So I get her out, and finally we get back on the road. And
by that time I was seeing blurry. We had been up because we left Massachusetts at 1 a.m. We didn't get into where we were going. It was like 11.
11, yeah. 11 o'clock at night. Oh,
yeah, it was crazy. It was a long
So that was actually
day.
22 hours then, no?
I don't know.
No. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not good at math.
Yeah, we're terrible at it, but yeah. But anyway, we made it safely, as you can see, because we're doing this video. And
Yep, we lived.
very glad to have lived through it. And more stuff keeps happening.
So then we go stay at my cousin's, probably for about a week. And we come and see the property when we sign the papers. And of course, well, let's go jump back a little bit. When we went to, we were supposed to close on a Tuesday. And the people wouldn't close because we didn't have all our stuff out. So I'd hired a junk guy on the way up here, mind you. I just pulled over. My beautiful sister lent me some money because I only had, because we had to get the second truck, I only had about $300 left. So we, I don't even know where I am.
That's what happens when you get a little bit older,
my
folks.
freaking God, what was I talking about? I got distracted.
She got the money, and we pulled over. She paid it. She did all the stuff she had to do on there, and then once that was done, there was still more stuff there that the junk guy didn't take. So thank God. I love
and they
you,
thought
Kevin.
of more stuff that they didn't want. So when we had talked to them, we were going to leave 3 fridges, one in the garage, one in the basement, one in the house. And then there was this big old table that came with the house. And they decided they didn't want it. So we had to get rid of that too. So we called his daughter early in the morning because they're like, we're not going to close. We don't feel comfortable. We don't want that stuff. So we had
It was snowing.
Yep, that's when you guys got big snow. So his daughter went down there in the snow and pulled stuff to
Paul,
our
with her
neighbor's
boyfriend.
yard
Yep.
and got rid of it.
And thank God for Kevin. Kevin, holy cow, man, he's a godsend. He took every bit of it over there, and
Yeah, we still got to call Evan to get that
Evan's
out.
got to go over and get it out of his yard, but Kevin doesn't care. It's all out of his way. Kevin collects a lot of stuff anyway. However, we added to his collection things he didn't want. So we even left 3 rain barrels there. Isn't that awful? I mean,
The things that we
we're going
left,
off-grid.
we could have used. But the truck was so packed, and I was so damn mad at Steve for stuffing crap we didn't need from the garage. So it filled the truck up. I mean, we should have had a dumpster when we were packing. Then we could have gone through shit, threw it out, be done
she
with it.
said shit.
Yeah. So, so we moved in to our land 3 days ago. And was it the first night the dogs got out?
No. First night we couldn't sleep because there's some dogs on the hill up here.
We have neighbor
And
dogs.
they barked the entire night because we were down here. There's never anyone down here, so they barked the entire night.
Yeah.
Second night, we're sleeping away because now they're a little bit calmer. We tried to we kept barking at them during the day so they would stay up so they could sleep during the night.
And they were quiet.
And they were quiet. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
And then, but that night,
12:30.
12:30, right? Yeah, that's when yeah, boy.
We hear yowling in the back of us. And we're like, that sounds like Bo. And Steve like sits up quick and he's like, where's our fucking dogs? They opened the tent and got out.
Bo is so smart.
He took his paw and unzipped it, and both of them ran out.
They were both out.
So we got up, we started a fire, and we called them. And
I had to start the car because when they hear the car, they think they're going for a ride. So they wanted to come back real quick. So they did. They came back right away. So
yeah, they did. And then last night, we thought we were being smart. We put a cooler in front of the damn thing, the zipper, and those little shits moved it out of the way and got out anyways. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, we hear screaming from our husky, Bo, and he's like he's in a fight. We could hear fight. We could hear growling, and we were like, "What the hell?" And then we hear, "Arr, arr, arr." I was like, "Oh my god!" So we call him. Bo comes back. Magic doesn't come back, and he didn't come back for a while.
And Bo laid next to me, but he kept getting up because he was afraid. He was worried about Magic, I assumed, anyway. So we let him back out to go get Magic. And so he went out. And next thing you know, we hear more screaming, and this time it was really violent. And luckily they came back. There's no scratches on them, no bite marks, nothing like that. But they have a pit bull up there, and I assume that the pit bull put a grip on Bo's neck. And because when he came back, he was doing a lot of kind of stuff. So.
Yeah. So they're going to be, we have runners for them. And the first night they got out, we left them on the runner all night. We were like, nope, you're not coming in. You're going to stay on the damn runner if you're going to let yourself out. But then we thought we were being smart with the cooler in front of the door, but they still got out. So
and
now
we only did it because it was raining. We
Yeah.
didn't want them to sit out in the rain. Magic absolutely hates rain, so it's not a good thing for him. But they did the same thing again anyway,
in the rain.
in the rain.
So obviously you don't care that much. Right now they're in the tent sleeping. So
Sitting right there waiting. Yeah.
I'm hoping there's no rain tonight because they're going on the runner, and we're gonna have to build dog houses, which we're gonna do anyways.
But now it's the first thing to do, so
Yeah, now we have
because
to
we're
do
not
it.
cruel, we don't want to harm our dogs, so we love them very dearly.
Yep. So right now on the old homestead, we are looking into. We went down to town hall, and we had gotten before previously. Came down here. I gotten a quote for $12,000 for a well, And I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. But when we went to town hall yesterday, the lady said that, go ahead, tell her.
For she said it has to be perked. She goes, perk is $200. To have the construction company come out, that's another $200. And then the well is only $400. I said, oh, so we're only looking at $800 to get all those two things done.
I'm like,
really
pay
cool.
them.
But they also backed up on something that we were told that we wouldn't need a septic system if we were going to do composting. But then the lady says, well, town ordinance says that you need to have plumbing in your house, so you need to have a septic system. And here I was thinking, oh my God, it's going to be $15,000, $20,000. No, it's only going to be about $5,000 for the septic. But it's still something we didn't plan on paying for. But it'll be something we can afford, and we'll get it all done.
But we did, if you've watched our videos, we did go and get, because when we got to the land makes a big dip. And then it comes back up.
The dip.
And so we couldn't bring our stuff here. How are we going to live here? So we couldn't get the car in because it was so muddy. But it had dried. Well, the first time we came in, we actually did get stuck a couple times trying to get out.
Right.
But we did manage to bring some things in. But as it dried up, the clay is pretty hard. So we were able to get down and up, which was nice. We didn't get stuck at all. We were able to bring stuff in. Unfortunately, we only have a car. We have to bring our dogs with us because we didn't trust them yet. Now, we left them for a couple hours and they were fine. So there you go. They're on a runner. But we still need, it's so hard to live without your things. It's like we have no spices. Just
salt and pepper.
Stupid little things that you come to not appreciate, not even miss my things. And my washer and dryer, I have a off-grade washer and dryer, and I can't.
It's all packed in the damn storage.
Yeah, everything's in the storage, and our solar generator is also in the damn storage. What happened to the?
I don't know. Go to.
Oh, there we go.
So, but now we have 3 storage spaces as a result of that, because we had to leave room to get some stuff, but we still don't have enough room to get to most of the stuff.
Hello, Heather.
So we have to go and clean them out one at a time. Obviously, we set up our carport. It was huge. I couldn't believe how big it was. It's 20 by 20. So we're gonna grab some pallets, put them down, and fill that with our stuff from storage. It's waterproof. So we'll have a good time with that, filling it all up. But we'll feel even better. We got to get it all done within a month because we want to not pay any more money on the storage. Because it just wouldn't make any sense since we have a spot to put it all. So we're looking forward to having all of that done. Not looking forward to doing it, mind you. But getting it all done will be real fun.
Yeah, that'll be good. And right, what we've been doing recently is there's a big pile of brush that they left from clearing this area, and we're cutting it up, making wood piles so we can burn while we're here.
And the other night when they were being punished on their leash for the whole night, we have a pile of leaves that we had raked, and something made a little nest in there. They were bunking down right there next to the dogs. It wasn't the dogs because their leashes can't go. It's 10 feet away from the end of where their leashes go. So something bedded down and stayed there for a while because there's a nice little circle where they were laying there for quite some time. So that was interesting. I presume it was one of the dogs from up the hill. Probably not the pit bull. But they have 2 other hounds up there. So one of them came down and visited. Or maybe it wasn't one of them at all. There's so many dogs. When they all start howling in this neighborhood, you can hear them for miles. Everywhere you listen, there's a dog.
It's like the twilight barking from the Dalmatians.
And last night, I believe, I heard a wolf howling because the dog went, "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
There are red wolves in the area.
They're all red wolves down here, so.
But, I mean, they're up north, so I don't know if they come down this far.
They said they were on the coast, right? Eastern.
But we were looking up animals that live in the area. Of course, we got the deadliest ones are the snakes, copperheads, rattlesnakes.
Timber rattlesnake. We got pygmy rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Yay!
We're worried about We're being very careful digging through that pile of wood and cutting it up because
Oh, yeah.
we're thinking maybe they're living in there.
I don't think it's warm enough for them to be out yet, so we're okay at the moment. But at some point, if they are in there, we're going to hit where their nest is, and yeehaw!
Yeah.
Fun,
Oh,
fun.
you know what? I
We're
know
going
what
to
I
be
was.
eating rattlesnake. Ha!
So I'm gonna go back to when I forgot. But my point being is that we had purchased a utility vehicle that has a dump bed on it.
Oh, right.
And so now we can get our stuff from point A to point B. We also ordered a sawmill, which will, there's a lot of white oak on the property, and they got
Lot
little
of it,
frickin' pickers on them. These little, I don't even know what they
Picky
are.
ball right there.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Got
Let
one
me see
here.
if I can get one.
One right there too. They are deadly.
These things.
Instead of acorns.
Yeah, and right now it's not in my hand, but when it's dry, it's picky as all hell.
Yeah, these are smushed down ones.
Yeah.
But that's their seed pods, and I'm sure they're designed that way so that if they fell down and an animal got it caught on the fur, down by its hoof or whatever for deer or even on a wolf or a coyote or a fox or something, they would bring it to a new spot and it would seed there.
Maybe.
Nature's fun like that, isn't it? That's crazy.
Yep.
So
So,
yeah, looking forward to the sawmill getting here.
yeah. Because then we can cut some wood and start making planks.
And build a barn too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've been looking into animals, and a lot of people have goats up here to eat their brush. So I don't know what kind they use. I'll have to find out because it's probably a certain kind that is adaptable to this area. Because my sister was telling me that goats can eat poisonous things, so I have to find out what's in the area. So I'm going to talk to the girl that I talked to. She raises little mini horses. So cute. And but she's saying that down here it's only like $1,000 for a year to raise like a horse. I'm like, really? That's so cheap.
Yeah, right, for food.
Yeah. I mean, what is that? 150 a month?
Yeah, somewhere around
And
there.
it's not much. So I'm.
And we bought a solar electric fence charger,
Yep.
and it's capable to charge 10 miles of electric fence.
Yeah.
Now I'm certain it's not 10 miles of 3 strands, but it's 10 miles total, so we can cover a lot of stuff with that. We're looking to really pen off some areas and get the goats and have them eat all the brush and all the scrub that's in there, and then we can have another nice little spot. We found a spot. Well, I found a spot. Sandy hasn't been there yet. Further onto our lot, it's another nice spot, but it's not been processed at all. We were lucky enough. We got here, and this whole area we're in was somebody had already
Here, can I see this?
delogged it or detimbered it, whatever. But they left all the stuff that they in a big pile, like Sandy said, and we've been cutting through that and getting all of that done. So we were moving along, slow but sure. But it's quite a journey here.
Yep. We'll keep you posted as we're going. What our little problems are, but thus far that's where we are, and it's kind of a rainy day today. We can't chop wood because it's all wet.
Well, we can chop it. We just can't burn it wet. Actually,
Yeah.
I did burn it wet. Actually, here, give me that torch over there for a minute. Because the wood was wet, I pulled out. I have a plumber's torch here, and this is very useful because I was able to superheat the stuff and get it to start burning. And we have a high stone on our fire pit here that I leaned all the wood against and started the fire underneath it, and it dried it out, and I was able to put more around and dry more out, so we were able to keep the fire going. And then I put a tarp. You can't see it, but there's a big tarp above us that I stretched out from tree to tree, and now it's dry under the fire pit and under the wood's protected, and we have a stove here that's a little Coleman stove that's protected from the water, or the rain, so we can go about our business and doing things outside and not worry about catching a death of cold or something doing it.
So tomorrow's Saturday, and tomorrow we get our little truck.
Yay, little truck.
I can't wait for that little truck.
And pretty soon, I think within another week, we'll have the sawmill as well. It was very fast. How amazing how fast they were getting it here.
Yeah,
And
very good.
the saw blades for it. Yeah, beautiful.
So if you guys don't have any questions of what we're doing with what or how we're doing anything, we'll sign off, but I'll wait a second, see if you guys have any questions. And here,
I'm on 2 phones at once. I'm on way more than that, huh?
yeah. But I don't think there's too many people looking, but we'll post this later after we download it. So for now,
That might actually work, Jen. Who's calling us ladies? I'm no lady.
he's a lady.
If you have ladies like this in your area, you should tell them to shave. Get them all a shaving kit for Christmas.
Don't put that there.
Yeah, I can put that in the fire.
All right, I'm
All right,
gonna
signing
sign off.
Going off grid with Sandy and Steve. TTFN. There